Hello and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise and today is Monday the 1st of September. Oh my god. This year is going past so fast. Anyway, which means as it's Monday, its magazine makes Monday Boggy Creek Blankets. Now, in the 2-week break that I've had where I've not actually done any recording with the fact that I've had Little Man here, the announcements of postage situation has been announced over here in the UK, which is putting a thing on me about sending blankets to Boggy Creek. Now, I'm still trying to ascertain exactly what it means. I think I can get away with it. I think I can send it so that there isn't extra tariffs to pay. I know there will be some extra for admin charges and stuff like that that the post office here is putting on. But I got a feeling that I can probably not be worrying because it's going to be under $100 because it's a gift and it's a handmade item, so we can't actually put a price to what the items are that are being sent. So I think there is a way that I can do it where I'm sending them. But the other problem I have is I am not going to have enough blankets completed in time for this year because although they haven't yet set a date as to when they're going to be when the team are taking the blankets to Boggy Creek, they're estimating to do so around the end of January. Well, I'm taking a break from making the blankets in December, purely because I've got other plans for December for the channel and I won't have time to do the blankets in December. So the plan is to finish doing in November, and whatever I haven't done will go over into next year. So I'll be restarting this segment, and tomorrow's segment will be restarting in the new year from sometime in the middle of November, all depending on how quickly and how many I can get done between now and then, and when I next have the grandson, because that puts pay to me doing videos or making anything while he's here. So yeah, that depends on sort of how many times between now and then as to when I have him. So yeah, things are not going quite to plan at the moment with them all. But as I said in last week's video because I recorded that before Little Man came, I am taking a step back. I'm not going to push myself to get the blankets done. I have been doing a little bit of research over here in the UK to see whether there's anywhere that take blankets of the same sort of size and so forth. And what I've found so far is not really. They will take blankets, but it's got to be made to their specifications, and usually their particular patterns and particular colours that they want. Whereas the ones that I'm making for Boggy Creek currently have a mix of colours, textures and so forth. It's more or less a no-no for any of the ones here in the UK at the moment. That doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't. I just haven't yet found one, a charity in the UK that haven't got a specification on how they want their blankets being done. So I will keep on the research and see what happens, and I will keep on doing these as I am. But the squares and segments that I'm currently doing, I will put into blankets, but whether they end up at Boggy Creek is a different matter. They certainly won't be this year. It will probably be for next year. And who knows what the postal situation will be come this time next year. We will see. But anyway, let's get on and show what I've done and draw for the next lot. So the ones that were drawn last week were from the publications of Art of Crochet, the 3D Granny Squares, and the 100 Crochet Tiles. So the 3D Art of Crochet squares were the green star square. That looks so bright on the thing. It's not quite as bright as that, but there we go. That's the green star square, which was number 22. And number 55 was the summer daisy square. Trying to do it straight. I don't know why that looks oblong, but it isn't. It is square. It just looks a bit oblong to me. I don't know whether it's because of these glasses. I mean, I'm still getting used to them, and I'm so used to my eyesight, my brain trying to compensate, because it's been a while since I'd had my new glasses, and I sort of put off and put off and put off, to the extent that my brain was the one that was taking over what I was actually seeing. So everything doesn't look the same now because these are a lot different. Apparently, I've when the optician did all the tests and everything, he said, "Yeah, you've done some work. Your eyes are definitely a lot worse than they were before." So yeah, no wonder I'm struggling, because these are a lot thicker lenses and I'm not used to them. It's sort of like a tunneling, so the outside seems to be like in a blur, and it's sort of like, yeah. So yeah, it's strange at the moment. I'm trying to get used to them, and the fact that I have to keep changing between these ones, which are my readers, my close up, to these ones that are my distance ones. So in normal time, it's those ones, but when I'm doing anything close up, it's these ones, and it's like, yeah, my eyes aren't happy at the moment. It's getting there, but they're not happy. Anyway, the second book was the 3D Granny Squares, and they were number 10, which was the Peony, which, as I said in last week's, I had a feeling it was lots of petals. Thankfully, there weren't individual petals. It was just the way that it was all on one thing. It wasn't separate ones, which I was glad about. I don't like doing separate bits. And then the second one was the teddy bear, which did have little bits to do, but most of it was done as part and parcel of the thing. But the nozzle bit is a separate bit onto it. So yeah, not too bad. Just don't like lots of them, like the spider and all the other ones that I've done fairly recently, where there's lots. Yeah, too much. So all right, And then the last two were from the 100 crochet tiles, and this one is called Crisscross. And basically it's moss stitch, and the first bit you do, you work up this part, so you're getting gradually bigger and bigger, and then you go working along that way and getting smaller and smaller. So not too bad. Managed to do that one. Once I managed to get it started, it took me 7 attempts to get that one started, because no matter where, I couldn't see the starting chain to work into. No matter what I did, even putting stitch markers in, I still couldn't see it. That was definitely hard going. And why has my camera just decided not to focus anymore? Thank you. Right. Okay. And the final one was Calypso. Oh, there's a hair. There we go. There we go. There's Calypso. Not too bad. Lots of puffs, lots of working over each other's stitches and whatever. But yeah, managed to get that one okay. No problem. No real problem on that one. So, right. So that was the ones that were drawn last week. We now draw out this week's. And this week's are from 4 publications. So we have, well, 5 publications. We have the Granny Square cards, of which we've got the official set and the unofficial set. They're the ones that are by Montgomerie. Now the unofficial, yeah, some are good, some are not so good. But yeah, that's the Granny Square cards by Montgomerie. Then we have the Crochet Stitch cards by Bella Coco. The Crochet Stitch Library by Bella Coco, and the Crochet Stitches book by Montgomerie. Now, most of those are ones that are stitch samples, so they go in my strip. I haven't got that out at the moment, so yeah, that's buried over there, so I'm not going to try and get it out at the moment. But it's a building up on the strip. I have 14 stitch segments in a strip, and then 4 strips will then be crocheted together to become the blanket. So that's how we're doing it. Right, so we start with the Granny Square cards, which is both the official and the unofficial set. We need to draw out one. Okay. And there's one. Lid on, put that there. Right. And that is number 13. And number 13 on the official set is a stripe, and on the unofficial set is a kisses square. Okay. We'll have to wait and see what that looks like. But anyway, right. So the crochet stitch cards. Pot. Again, pick out one. One. Away. There we go. Come here. And that one is number 14. On focus. Go. And number 14 is the little fan stitch. Yeah, I'm okay with that one. That one shouldn't be too bad. Right, then we want the Bella Coco Stitch Library book. Right, that's that pot. We want 2 out of this one. So 1. 2. And they are, get their thing straight. Right, they are, focus. Why are you giving me a reflection? There we go. 36 and 57. And 36 is the twin cluster. Okay. And 57 is the basket weave stitch. Okay. Not too bad with them. And the basket weave stitch is front post and back post. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Doesn't bother me too much. Right. Finally, we have the Crochet Stitches book by Claire Montgomerie, and I pick out 3 out of here. And here we go. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have an avalanche with everything that's over on there. So the numbers are in there. Cute. Focus. There we go. 110, 133, and 136. And I am terribly shaky today. It's probably because my body's still on shutdown mode after having little man here. It takes a few days after he goes home for me to get over him being here. Right, they are, so 110 is the picot chain, so that's going to be quite a lacy one. 133 is the horseshoe cable. Don't know what that one's going to be like. Never done that one before. And 136 is a double crochet circle, which would be single crochet circle because that one is in UK terminology rather than US terminology. So yeah, so it's the single crochet circle. Okay. Now that probably means that that's going to be one which is a separate one, which will then go into a different blanket. But we will see when I look at it properly. So, with everything all being drawn and everything being said for today, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I will see you all soon.